Hey, I just wanted to talk about another dream I had that's related, but I didn't add it in my other video about fighting dream attacks. And what happened is I was at work and I was very thirsty, so I walked towards what I thought was a convenience store, but it was like a barn, and it was Americana circa, I'd say 1910 to 1940. They wore cotton button-down shirts rolled up at the sleeves and cotton twill pants that kind of look like khakis. And I was standing in line to the checkout, and there was a chest freezer there, and other people behind me in line wanted in there, and I moved some whole fish aside, and I wanted to get this ice cream, and the man behind me was very upset because the fish that he wanted, I guess, got buried in like at the bottom of the freezer. And he had this rope thing that was made out of metal. It was a lariat, so it was like a slip knot. And he asked me, he said, Can I put this over your head?" And I said no. And this kind of made him pretty upset. And so he grabbed me from behind around my neck, and he dragged me off to a corner of the barn, way in the back, way behind, like metal wheels and hay and stuff, and dragged me backwards, my legs skidding across the floor. And everyone sort of like turned away and looked away from what was happening. And I didn't think anybody was going to help me. And I was trying to fight him off. I was hitting him, and it didn't really work. And so he was sort of behind me, and he took my pointer finger on my right hand, and he had a knife, and he was starting to cut right through it. And he was cutting, applying slow pressure with his thumb on my finger, and there was nothing I could do. And I screamed for help, and I didn't think anybody was going to come. And then I screamed like from as much energy inside my chest. I screamed for bearheart, and I still didn't come. I didn't think anybody was going to come. But then these sort of new paperboy, sort of wise guys showed up. A couple had like that newspaper, that boy hat, and rolled up sleeves, and they took the guy off me from around his neck and pulled him off. There was about 5 or 6 of them. And so later, discussing this with Bearheart, he said that they were trying to decrease my magical power, and that guy was a plant there. It wasn't because I had moved anything. The pointer finger is like the magician wand when you draw, say, your banishing pentagram or your circle. If you didn't use an athame or say a wand, you can use your hand or your pointer finger. Usually your will is associated with your thumb. The other thing is that this guy looked also like a hunter. He was a big guy. He had like a big thick neck. He had a plaid red and black shirt on. And there's something to be said also about the head with your consciousness, your crown chakra, the Easter Island heads, necromancy, and Celtic and Greek traditions with the skull, and ancestors being the seat of consciousness, as well as in African Caribbean traditions such as hoodoo. You have the Metet, which is sort of a spirit that possesses or lives in your head, and so that's a way of targeting your consciousness. I don't want to get too much into about the head, but there's a reason why that the physical strikes me trying to hit this individual didn't work, and a weapon, if I could have procured one, would have been a lot more efficient. Bearheart said he might make a video about the subject, but he probably won't allude to it, but it will be maybe related to it. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Questions and comments. I'm going to be trying to make a lot more videos, and have a lot of subjects behind in making my videos. Catch you later.